The best zero build loadouts in Chapter 5 Season 3 of Fortnite Wrecked is what we're going to be going over in today's video to help you win more and more games like I do myself. We're going to be doing this with in-game examples with on-screen notes. Do note it is also early in the season, so if anything changes, make sure you subscribe to stay updated. Plus, I put a lot of time and effort into these videos, so any subscriptions are greatly appreciated. See the pinned comment for any changes for fast notes if anything gets unvaulted or other things change. It's still really early in this brand new season, so that's likely to happen. So as always, there's 5 categories for zero build loadouts. We have close range weapons, long range weapons, movement, cover, and heals. But this time around, movement and cover are one category, but more on that later. Let's start off with close range weapons. This is one of the first seasons in a while where guns for close range feel more balanced than ever. The only gun to avoid this season for close range fights in zero build is the hammer pump shotgun. The rate of fire is far too slow and the shots are far too inconsistent for damage. The combat, gatekeeper, and mythic frenzy, as it is the only frenzy on the map, are all super viable this season. What works best for you will be based on your playstyle. The combat changes and buff have made this weapon as viable as it was in Chapter 1. The lowest rarity now does damage close to what the legendary version was doing last chapter. Plus, with its long range, fast rate of fire, large magazine, and quick reload, this shotgun's going to be hard to beat. And that is mainly because this season you're going to be having more long range fights. This is due to this season's movement, the items, bottom of the entire map's design being very spaced out and having not matched cover, and of course, vehicles. Although the combat shotgun can be easily beat out by the frenzy auto shotgun or gatekeeper, the frenzy takes much longer to reload and the gatekeeper has a much lower zine mag size. They don't work as well for this season's fast-paced gameplay. People can rotate on you faster than ever this season and you can be fighting 5 people or more in a row without any gaps in between. A lot of these fights won't be happening indoors. And as long as you keep distance and don't have fights indoors, or you don't wait for someone to push you while hiding on a corner inside, the combat's going to do absolutely fine. The Mythic Megalodon combat shotgun, of course, is going to do the best. Do note, the smaller reticles on the combat shotgun means this gun requires a lot more accuracy than the others. The Gatekeeper shotgun, in my opinion, is still the best shotgun in the game, but due to its low magazine size, the lesser range, it does not suit my playstyle, and in my opinion, just less fun. It's a lot more important to have fun and not always be too worried about winning, no matter what. The Gatekeeper hits hard damage, it can be a full auto, and in close range combat, it will always win. So if someone's right in front of you and you have a Gatekeeper, you're typically always going to win that. If someone goes to punch you with the new Nitro Fist and you don't have any movement yourself, the Gatekeeper will be your saving grace. But if you miss a shot due to its default 3 magazine size, you'll probably lose a fight. Although this shotgun can be upgraded with a drum mag to have 5 bullets per mag, this is still very low compared to all the other shotguns this season. The Frenzy Auto shotgun is only a mythic this season. You can get it from taking out Oscar at Classic Hordes, and it is still OP, but the slow reload really has to be taken into account for fights. At range, the combat's going to beat it out, and versing the Gatekeeper at close range, you won't win unless the person who's using the Gatekeeper misses one shot. It has the largest magazine size of any of the shotguns, but if your aim still needs a little bit of work, take this one over the others. Both SMGs are great this season, the Burst and the Harbinger SMG, but do note the Harbinger SMG is only really good in epic or legendary rarity. The recoil is far too high at the lower tier rarities and not worth it. The Burst SMG is still one of the best guns in the game, and if you don't have an AR, carry this gun. If you can't get a burst, opt out for a pistol or a Harbinger SMG if you still don't have an AR. The Ranger pistol is still okay and good at being a long range, close range hybrid, but in my opinion, every other gun is better right now. I only carry pistols at high rarities like epic or legendary if I had a low tier AR or SMG. SMGs and pistols work best with the Gatekeeper shotgun. Due to its low ammo count, you might need something to back you up in your close range gameplay. If the Gatekeeper's unloaded, this will help you out by miles. If you have a hammer pump because you haven't been able to find another shotgun, it's best to always carry it with an SMG or pistol. Hit a hard pump shot, swap to your SMG or pistol and spray them out. If you have a combat or frenzy shotgun, SMGs are not worth it. This is because these shotguns are fast rate of fire and have large mags. If you have a combat or frenzy only, carry an SMG and a pistol if you have no assault rifle. Long range. The TAC AR got a buff this season and it is miles better than it was last season. It's super viable and I recommend trying it out. If you have a legendary or rare one, I typically always carry it. The Warforged AR is still goated, but it's the second best AR this season. Carry a Warforged AR most of the time, unless you have a low tier rarity one. In that case, opt out for a high tier rarity TAC assault rifle. For example, you have a grey Warforged assault rifle, and then you find an epic TAC assault rifle, take the TAC. The Warforged is the best AR for taking out vehicles due to its high magazine size and high damage. The best assault rifle, however, this entire season is now the brand new moddable combat assault rifle. At the moment, only the mythic version is available from taking out the mechanics, but leakers have said that a normal version with every single rarity is coming out soon. When this comes out, it seems like it'll be better than any of the Warforged assault rifles due to its high rate of fire, working at the same ranges and less recoil. Only downside is the smaller mag, but the reload time is relatively good, so you don't have to worry about this difference in mag size. Both the TAC AR and Combat AR work better in close ranges than the Warforged AR. The Deagle, aka the hand cannon, is fine this season. It's much harder to use this season due to fast gameplay. If you can aim fast, this will be your sniper of the season. The mythic one is great as well. You can get this from Loot Island in the sky, from capturing the capture point. The Huntress DMR is still very good, and if you liked it last season, you'll probably like it more this season due to not having to account for snipers to combat against. If someone aims down sight at you and you can see a sniper glint, it's not a sniper, it's just some other AR with a long range scope. I do firmly believe, however, the Huntress DMR is not the gun to go for. Every other assault rifle is better than it, although it is good. It just shoots a little slow and is only good in some circumstances. For example, in close range, the Huntress DMR isn't going to do super well. The Enforcer AR is back and it's better than ever. It had a major rework and plays more like a brand new infantry rifle. It does more damage, has a higher headshot multiplier, and a faster rate of fire. It's very viable, but I'll still use a Warforged, Combat AR, or TAC AR over it, due to these three ARs having better close range versatility, how they damage vehicles faster, and how they're more suitable to faster gameplay. The brand new Boom Bolt is always worth carrying this season, as it's the best tool to take out vehicles. If you can pair the Boom Bolt with Ringmaster Scar's medallion, you'll have infinite ammo, and it will feel kind of overpowered. If you run out of ammo on the Boom Bolt, I'd say drop the item for another heal. It can also be used like a sniper and is super fast and super accurate. This season is the first season in a while where cover and movement I see as one category. And that's because this season, your loadout is more suited to a 3-gun loadout with a Boom Bolt. Movement is better than cover this season due to Nitro Fist and vehicles being able to destroy cover easily. But having any cover or movement is better than none. So if you don't have shockwaves or you don't have the Nitro Fist, opt out for bunkers or shield bubbles. Shield bubbles are the worst, but super viable, like in this clip here from my YouTube livestream, where I got put to 50 HP, but still clutched out. Bunkers are the better cover due to be able to hide where you're picking from and the ability to get height on people. But people can push you easily if you have either of these, with vehicles and fists, so they're not the best. Shockwaves are good, but are far from the best movement this season because they don't have unlimited use. This season, you want to always carry the Nitro Fists whenever you can. When using them around the map, always save 2 uses to get away from people if you get low health or you get caught out in the open. So basically, don't just spam it to move around the map, otherwise you're going to get stuck out in the open without cover or just simply get sprayed. They work great off spawn in order to take people out when people don't have full shield. And if someone is low health, it's also great to push people with. Nitro is a great movement item, but due to it granting no health, basically only making you faster, and taking a while to use, it not being instant, I would not carry it in your inventory. Take it when you come across it, say if you're at a POI and about to move to somewhere else, but overall, just don't carry it. It's more useful in build mode due to how you can break walls with it. Cars are super important this season. I can't emphasize this enough. Take the mythic ones when you can, and for vehicle mods, use bulletproof tires, any roof turret that you prefer. The grenade launcher is better of the two, but not as useful at ranges or in some circumstances, and the spiked bumper front mod. They do similar things to the cow catchers, but dealing more damage to players and objects on impact is better than whatever Epic decides more defensive power does. You always want to have a car this season whenever you can. If you don't have a car, as long as you have Nitro Fist, you should be fine. For heals this season, you want to be carrying Flowberry Fizz. It's still the best and still the way to go. After Flowberry Fizz, from best to worst for heals, you have Newt Collars next, as they grant you shield and health. Then Shieldfish, if you can only find 2 or more to stack, not worth just carrying one of them. Then Big Pots, Minis, Floppers, if you can find 3 or more to stack. Then Medkits, and finally Bandages. Fruit is fine, but low healing numbers and it being hard to find in large amounts to stack doesn't really come into the conversation here. Reminder to save your heals this season with cactuses in the bottom half of the map. If you're in this new area, you can drive through these hills to get your health back up. Not to mention, it also heals your vehicle. If you get cracked and quickly jump in your vehicle, you can start driving and just drive through as many of these as possible. It's an easy way to get your health up if you're getting chased by someone else in a vehicle. This is a great way to make a comeback in matches. They respawn about every 15 to 20 seconds, and as long as something isn't stopping them, aka sitting on top of them like a car, they will respawn. So in summary, overall, any shotgun you prefer, the combat shotgun being the best all-rounder. The combat AR mythic or any of the normal ones once they get unbolted is the best long range, or a Warforged assault rifle or TAC, whatever's the better rarity. You always want to have a boom bolt on you and nitro fist and whatever best heal you have. Stay subscribed to stay updated for any changes coming in the future, other tips and more Fortnite content. Don't take this new season too seriously. It's a lot of fun. And as always, take care of yourselves and I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye.